y'all, man? It's your boy, Hennythemoor, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And hey, I know I took a quick little hiatus. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. Spent some quality time with the wife, ate good, enjoyed each other's company. But now that I'm back from that little miniature break, we're finna dive head first into this Dallas Cowboys content, man. So I know that y'all have weekend plans. I know that y'all needed y'all a bottle. Well, hey, the doors to the liquor store are now open, man. So we can come in and y'all can get drunk off the Dallas Cowboys content with me, man. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Mike Zimmer's interview, right? When he came in and they did their little press conference. We're going to talk about some fake clickbait news floating around in the atmosphere. We're going to talk about possible coaching candidates to come in and help fill out this staff for Mike Zimmer. So we got a bunch of stuff to cover, man. I got about an hour and some change, but we gonna get drunk, man. But hey, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when y'all tap in with your boy Hennythemoor over here in the liquor store. First and foremost, I need y'all to hit that like button. The more likes that you get on a video, the more that platform is gonna push the content that you're out there using, man. So if you want the liquor store to continue to grow and strive and do good things in the space, man, we need you to hit that like button. And listen, it ain't gonna cost you a dime to help us shine in the liquor store, man. It ain't gonna cost a dime. It's just your way of personally helping an independent content creator beat the algorithm. And that's how the content get out to more people. So hit the like button. It goes a long, long way in helping your independent content creators make it out here, man, and help us grow. After you hit that like button, I need y'all to turn right back around and hit that share button. Cause I know your mama, your granny, your great auntie, somebody in your life done told you that sharing was caring. And outside of that, we also believe in manifestation in the liquor store. We're trying to wheel the Dallas Cowboys to their 6th championship in 2024. I know 2023, we might not have prayed hard enough. We might not have wore the right lucky jersey at the right time. We might not have said enough good things in the world, right? We didn't put enough positive energy out in the world. Something went wrong with 2023. Something went wrong. But we going to make sure that we rectify that in 2024. So share the content 6 times, drop 6 emojis if you want the Dallas Cowboys to win title number 6. I see my boy JVB boy already in the building helping us with the manifestation. My boy 434 Cowboy already helping us with the manifestation. Salute to you, my guy. So thank you for the love and support, man. And remember, I know it's the off season, but if y'all want that discount, I need you to slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man. I know they ain't hiding. They done migrated somewhere. They done flew off with a piece of shit in their mouth. I know. It's hard to find them right now. But if you're able to track one down, and you're able to slap the dog shit out of an Eagles fan, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Calvaritas, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Hennythemoor, and come get drunk in the liquor store. DC Worldwide Media, Swerve, Preston Noble, what's up with you, man? Jameson Taylor, Johnny Woods, thank all y'all for the love and helping us practice manifestation in the liquor store, man. And y'all also know, if you want to help to keep the lights on in the liquor store, purchase a bottle or so, hit the cash app, hit the super chat, show some love, show some support to the liquor store so we can keep the lights on. And hey, let's go ahead and jump into the content now, man. We done did everything. We done slapped folks up. We done hit the likes. We done hit the shares. Now let's talk content, man. Let's talk content. So first and foremost, let's start with the Mike Zimmer interview, man. Because I got some mixed emotions about some of the things that were said at the interview. What's up, Robert King, JB2? I see y'all. Salute to y'all good folks. I got some mixed emotions, but let's just talk about what he said. All right, so let's start with this little tidbit. So apparently there is mutual respect between Mike McCarthy and Mike Zimmer. Now that part I do believe. So let's see what they had to say about it, though. Right, so Cowboys defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer said of the coaches in the NFC North, Mike McCarthy was one whom he respected the most. Packers were best team and the most well coached. McCarthy said Zimmer was his toughest team to go up against. So remember, they played each other they coached against each other 10 times in the regular season. I'm not sure how many times in the postseason, but if I'm not mistaken, there was 10 regular season games that they played against each other over the course of 5 years. So when you play somebody that often, when you see somebody that often, you're either going to hate their guts or you're going to have a level of respect for them. And from Mike Zimmer's viewpoint, which I do believe, the Packers over there winning championships. The Packers over there won a championship, going to NFC championship games, winning the division, beating the Minnesota Vikings, beating the Bears. So really when Mike McCarthy was there, him and Aaron Rodgers ran that division. They were the most successful team out of there. Now, of course, 2017, Minnesota ended up going to the NFC championship game. But, you know, it's hard for Mike Zimmer not to respect Mike McCarthy as a coach. Because when I go to war with you and you done black my eye and knock my tooth out, and we done went back and forth and you up here blooding me up, how can I not respect you as a combatant at that point? And, you know, I do believe Mike Zimmer has respect for Mike McCarthy. I don't believe that's just lip service. I also feel the same way, right? Because this is probably the best defense that the Packers played in that division year in and year out. And we know that he had his fingerprints all over that Minnesota Vikings defense. So I believe there is mutual respect. Now, I don't wholeheartedly believe that them boys then I don't believe it was solely Mike McCarthy calling to bring him in here, though. You know what I mean? Like, Mike Zimmer has way too many ties to the Dallas Cowboys for me to believe that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones weren't behind the scenes standing on the table for Mike Zimmer. I believe there is mutual respect. Like, I do believe Mike Zimmer respects Mike McCarthy. I believe Mike McCarthy respects Mike Zimmer. But I also believe, because of the familiarity, that, you know, it's hard for me to believe that Mike Zimmer was solely a Mike McCarthy hire. Solely a Mike McCarthy hire. But, you know, it is what it is. Carlos Edwards, my boy, what's up with you? He said, my fault, Henny, for being late. Live in Philly, so you know I had to slap a few Eagles fans before I came inside the liquor store. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Common sense, what's up with you, man? Thank y'all for tapping in. So let's continue on with what they were talking about from this press conference, man. See if we get any tidbits and information from them. All right, so according to John Machota, right? And I did watch it, but it's easier to talk about it because I don't plan on rewatching it again. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's easier to talk about it with the little captions and shit. So Mike Zimmer said, we got to get communication down first, the techniques down second. We got to make sure that we figure out where the personnel is and put them in the right place, and then get them coached up and let them go. At the end of the day, it's about what the players can do. We can be the smartest guys in the world, but if the players can't do what we're asking them to do, then we're not very smart. I like that train of thought, though, bro. Because you gotta see what he mean by communication. He said that he need everybody speaking the same language on the sideline. He need the coaches to speak the same language. He need the player to speak the same language as the coaches, right? And the coaches speak the same language as the players, so they can quickly communicate different information that they're receiving on the field and what's going on in the coverage and assignments, so that everything can be seamless. So I do agree with that, because the verbiage and understanding goes a long way. It's hard for you to have multiple looks and multiple fronts that you're in and not have the language down, because then you have people that don't understand their role when you make an audible. They don't understand this or that. So it's very important to get the language down first. And like he said, they can pride themselves of being smart people, but if they do stupid things from the personnel on down, then they're not very smart. If you got Micah Parsons playing safety, can you say that you're a smart football player? I mean, a football coordinator? No. Right? If you got Dak Prescott playing tight end, you couldn't say no shit like that. So point being, we got good players on the Dallas Cowboys. We need more good players, but we got some good players on the Dallas Cowboys. But you got to put them in position to be successful. That's some of the things that we talked about with Dan Quinn. Like we continue to see Dan Quinn put undersized linebackers and hybrid linebackers on the field and get bullied up front when teams wanted to go heavy, when they wanted to go 22 and 21 personnel, 13 personnel. You got multiple tight ends and multiple backs on the field, and you're out there trying to combat that with a 200-pound linebacker. Dog, I am 220 pounds, and I know damn well I ain't finna stop no running back in the hole. So what makes you think that a 200-pound linebacker is gonna stop, a running back coming downhill or pulling guard or pulling tackle? And that's what I like about it. Putting your personnel and your players in position to be successful. That's half the battle right there. If Dan Quinn matched personnel, if he went heavy when they went heavy, like, I would have stood on the table for Dan Quinn. That's one of the few areas where I had issues with him. But he didn't. I feel like 49er cut Wilkes after boys made sure Zimmer was sure higher. That's true, but also Wilkes can still come to Dallas if he wants to. He's fired. He can come to Dallas or any other team in any capacity that he wants. So Wilkes doesn't have to be elevated or promoted or whatever. Wilkes is a free agent as well. So the Dallas Cowboys asked Wilkes to come over as a head defensive assistant or a defensive analyst or a co-defensive coordinator or a run game coordinator, pass game coordinator. He can take whatever job that he wants for the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm gonna actually talk about that in great length. I'm gonna talk about that in great length in just a second once we get through the comments on Mike Zimmer's press conference. But yeah, I like what he said though, because listen, some of us had questions about Micah Parsons, where to put Micah Parsons at. Some of us had questions about why we were running big nickel all the time. So I agree, putting your players in the best position to be successful is important. So I'm glad that's one of the talking points that he came in talking about out the gate. So that's some shit that made me feel good. He said Monty Kiffin 2.0. I could dig it. Said people don't really like this hire and they want young baby breath coach, not knowing Steven and Jerry Jones bullies to them. It just really depends, bro. And that might be the case, man. That might be the case. But I also believe the Dallas Cowboys, are stuck in their ways, bro. They're stuck in their ways. Steven Jones and Jerry Jones, they got a particular way that they want to do things. And, having a veteran coach is one of them. Remember, a younger coach was never an option because they said out the gate that this defensive coordinator position would not be somebody's first time on the task. So I know that they were planning to interview Joe Witt. I don't. The Dallas Cowboys just sit out their own mouths. They did not want to get a first-time defensive coordinator. So I know a lot of us wanted younger guys who've had success against the Shanahan tree since the 49ers or one of the teams that we struggle against. But I don't know, man. It's just hard. It's just hard for me to see them changing anytime soon. But we heard Brian Broders talk about them being comfortable and wanting to do things that kept them comfortable. And this is a comfortable hire. Mike Zimmer is family to them. Mike Zimmer is somebody that helped them win their last championship. Somebody that Jerry Jones go to the shooting range with. Somebody they known for 3 decades, basically, right? Over 3 decades. So, there's a lot of love there between Jerry Jones and Mike Zimmer now. So I really think the moment that Mike Zimmer made it known that he wanted a job, Mike Zimmer was going to always get it. Because remember, Mike Zimmer's name wasn't in the coaching search to start because Mike Zimmer didn't make it apparent that he wanted to be here. The moment that Mike Zimmer reported that he wanted to be in Dallas is the moment that he got a job interview. And the moment that his name came up and all the ties that he had connected to them, that's when we all pretty much felt he was going to get the job. We all pretty much felt he was going to get the job after that. But it is what it is. All right. So speaking of, let's take a quick detour and let's talk about the other side of the football right now. And I wanna get your opinion on this, man, real quick while we out here. So Todd Archer, shout out to Todd Archer. Y'all make sure y'all go and follow, like, subscribe on Twitter. I always stay stealing some stuff from him. Great information to screenshot. But he says Cowboys have a couple of spots to fill on the defensive staff with Mike Zimmer's hire, but wide receivers coach Robert Prince has signed on to remain with the team. So Robert Prince, we will not have a different wide receivers coach. Robert Prince is going to still be the wide receivers coach, and I want to know how y'all feel about that. So on one hand, CeeDee Lamb had his best year. CeeDee Lamb led the league in receptions. He had the best statistical season in Dallas Cowboys history for a wide receiver. But you also could say, hey, like the rest of the wide receiving room didn't really just go off like that. Now you could also make the argument that the Dallas Cowboys wide receiving room was never going to get, was never going to get targets and stuff like that, throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb 15, 17 times a game. But I will say, Jalen Tolbert made a good jump in his development. I will agree with you on that, Tyron Church. I know that there's questions about Brandon Cooks. He was top 10 in the NFL in receiving touchdowns. Turpin took a slight step in his development as a pass catcher, and he impacted the team with some offense and not just on special teams. So I'll give him that. I'll give him that. And I'll say it like this. CeeDee Lamb's two best years have been, his two best years have been with Robert Prince, right? Because Robert Prince got here in 2022. 2022, CeeDee Lamb was an All-Pro, made his first All-Pro selection, had over 1,300 yards. 2023, CeeDee Lamb was a first-team All-Pro, had over 1,700 yards. So really, the work he did with CeeDee Lamb alone, because we seen 2 years without, without Robert Prince of CeeDee Lamb, and we seen 2 years with Robert Prince and CeeDee Lamb. The 2 years with Robert Prince, CeeDee Lamb has had better numbers. You can always say part of that is due to the new offensive scheme. Part of that is due to him having a more involved role in the offense with Amari Cooper not being here. All of those are valid. But it's also valid to say that Robert Prince probably has helped in his development in some way, shape, or form. And now that you have a veteran All-Pro wide receiver on the team, CeeDee Lamb is, because he's filling that role now, it's not going to be as hard to coach up some of the other guys that you bring in. If you draft a young wide receiver this year, having CeeDee Lamb in the room with him, helping him develop, having a Brandon Cooks who's a veteran in the room, helping him develop, and having Robert Prince is a win-win. So I don't feel like there's even a need really to move on for Robert Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you could try and contribute some of the improvements to other aspects, I don't think that he's a bad wide receivers coach. Right, and when the number one wide receiver has developed year in and year out, with him being in the building, that's cool. So I'm not a person that wants somebody to lose their job just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? There's really no reason to move on for Robert Prince. You can make arguments about this, that, or the third, but while he's been doing his job, your number one wide receiver has looked good. So shout out to Robert Prince, man. Hopefully you continue to help CeeDee Lamb develop, continue to help Turpin them develop, and you have a long, prosperous career in the NFL, man, as a coach. So salute to you. Salute. All right, so let's move along, man. So Mike Zimmer wanted to make it clear that Al Harris will remain on the Dallas Cowboys defensive coaching staff in some capacity. Now, is he going to stay as the defensive back coach? Is he going to get elevated to passing game coordinator? Is he going to become a co-defensive coordinator? I have no idea. No earthly idea. But I do know that he will be here in Dallas. And Al Harris in Dallas is something that I'm happy about. Now, listen. I know that what he said. Because remember, he said this. This is exactly what Al Harris said about being in Dallas.
to go and get a head coaching job, honestly, in whatever capacity he wanted me to come, I'm there. I'm there. It could be in Alaska. He could be coaching the Alaskan Bluebirds and call me, Al, I need you. I'm there.
Wow.
Now, he said that, but I also want y'all to remember, we stopped the Commanders from interviewing Wells and Al Harris because we valued them. And Al Harris has brought value to the Dallas Cowboys defensive back room. When you think about it, he got with Trayvon Diggs, and Trayvon Diggs ended up having 11 interceptions in a season, developing into an all-pro. He put his hands on the Ron Bland. The Ron Bland had 5 interceptions as a rookie. And then he had 5 return touchdowns as a sophomore, made an all-pro selection. So Al Harris has had a great impact on the Dallas Cowboys defensive back room. He's had a great impact. They love him. Matter of fact, Trayvon Diggs was campaigning for him to be the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator. He's so high on Al Harris. So the fact that he's still in the building, will be able to work with these boys when they develop it. And also, y'all got to think about it, man. The Dallas Cowboys might need a whole nother cornerback. There's no guarantee that we bring back Stephon Gilmore, right? We might have to go get another cornerback. So we might have to hope that Eric Scott develops further. So we need him to help develop Eric Scott. And we draft another corner, right? We're going to need him to develop that said corner, right? So the Dallas Cowboys low-key need a cornerback. And who's better to help said cornerback grow into that position? Because listen, even if you bring Stephon Gilmore back, Gilly ain't got that much longer to play in the NFL. He might got a year or two. So you'll be developing a young cornerback soon any damn way. Right? You'll be developing a young cornerback soon any damn way. So you might as well have one of the best defensive back coaches in the league still on your roster. Right? It say, look out for Jordan Lewis being gone. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Jay Lou will be gone. And I'm pretty sure that Jay Lou will be gone. And listen, Jay Lou did a lot to make me eat my words. But I also believe that the Dallas Cowboys are not going to pay top dollar for a slot corner. Remember, Diggs is coming off an injury, which is true as well. So you need to invest in the cornerback position anyway. You might have to do both, if we honest. You might need to sign Stephon Gilmore. And listen, though, Stephon Gilmore is coming back from injury. So even if you bring Stephon Gilmore back, he's coming off an injury, right? He's coming off an injury. Trayvon Diggs is coming off an injury. And Deron Bland, will be going back to the slot probably, if that's the case. But either way, if you re-sign Stephon Gilmore, both of your outside corners will be coming off of major injuries. Because, Stephon Gilmore tore his labrum, and he had to get that repaired. Trayvon Diggs coming back from the ACL. So I'm not really sure how effective either one of them will be, first year back from injury. And the Dallas Cowboys have a bad habit, I should say. They have a bad habit of rushing guys back from injury and expecting them to be who they were before the injury. Because we seen it with Terrence Steele. That man tore multiple ligaments in his knees. He tore multiple ligaments in his knees, and then we asked him to be a day one starter. Donovan Wilson had an injury, and we threw him out there as fast as humanly possible, and he didn't look the same. You can just go on and on and on. I don't think Michael Gallup ever really recovered from coming back too early. It said we need to get younger and cheaper at corner. Bland gonna be up soon for some money. Yeah, Deron Bland will be eligible for a contract after this season. Deron Bland will be eligible for a contract after this season. So But if he has another all-pro caliber season, Pro Bowl caliber season, he'll be worth the money. So I really don't want to get better at corner. Because remember, I don't care about Jerry Jones' bank pockets. You know what I'm saying? The man got billions with an S at the end. he can figure out the cap and he figure out how to make us happy with the signings. So I really just need to get better at corner. We might have to swap out an aging Stephon Gilmore with a top 100 pick at the cornerback position. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna have to be what it is. Because if you put a top 100 pick with Trayvon Diggs and DeRon Bland, you got a damn good secondary. You got a damn good secondary at that point. So yeah, they just rushing players back like Curtis Wanye should have got his snaps after Curtis got cooked. So yeah, so that's my opinion on it. And that's really one of the reasons why I hope the Dallas Cowboys go out in free agency and fill a majority of these holes. Cooper DeJean is not a bad player at all. Now I don't know if they're going to let him play corner or safety at the NFL level, but he's a damn good player. He's a damn good player. He can do both. So I don't know. And also think it's going to depend on where he end up going. I think it's going to depend on where he end up going. But he's a damn good player, bro. He said, what position gets fucked in the draft? That's the thing, though, Popeye. We don't need any position to get fucked in the draft because we have this thing called free agency, right? If I get a linebacker in free agency, if I get a defensive tackle in free agency, if I get a running back in free agency, that's fixing my problem before I even go to the draft. Everything else that I draft after that is adding depth and adding talent. Right, so if I get a couple of linebackers in free agency, if I get a couple of DTs in free agency, and I get some different running backs in free agency, I have addressed every area of need that is pressing right now. Right, I've addressed I've addressed everything right there, bro. Everything. What did we say about it? We said that we needed to stop the run. Well, you stop the run with linebackers and DTs. We did that. We said we need to run the ball more. I got you some more running backs, so we did that. Center, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler Biadasz got tagged or some shit. The Dallas Cowboys have used that damn franchise tag, every year, the last 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tag Biadasz, depending on what the tag rate is. Right? Depending on what the tag rate is for centers. Let's see. Center franchise tag 2024. Let's see what the center franchise tag is. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Matter of fact, I don't think they'll tag him. Because the money don't make sense. It's probably be better. The Dallas Cowboys do stupid shit all the time. Like, why tag Tony Pollard? Do you remember when we gave Tony Pollard the franchise tag? This man had a broken leg. That man had a broken leg, and he wasn't even healthy. You had no reason to tag Tony Pollard. They were the best time to negotiate a contract with Tony Pollard, and they tagged him. Now look at the money. It don't make sense to tag him. I had to make sure. I had to look at it first. So let me show y'all. That's a bit of money, boy. That's a bit of money to try and franchise tag somebody. Yeah, the tag don't make no sense. Because look, the tag is $21.7 million. And then the transition tag is $19.7 million. And that's for all offensive linemen. So it doesn't actually make sense to tag that man and tie up $21 million when you need motherfucking me. Yeah. When you need cap space, you're not trying to give that to a damn center that you're not sure about. If anything, with the kind of money that you're giving up, you need to just go ahead and sign Connor Williams back, because Connor Williams would have been an All-Pro center had he not gotten hurt this year. Now I know that we don't like Connor because he failed as a guard, but he went right down to Miami, changed positions to center, and that boy was phenomenal. So if you're gonna spend money, you might as well try and go get somebody that you're familiar with that's playing at a high level at the position. But I wouldn't tag the boy. But listen, I had to go through the thought process though, man. I had to go through the thought process because that's what the Dallas Cowboys do. They've used this franchise tag the last 7 years on something or somebody. It don't always make sense, but they do the shit. But looking at it, the franchise tag don't make no goddamn sense on Tyler, be honest. It don't make no sense. Connor Williams a free agent. Yeah, remember Connor Williams' contract was only 2 years. Yeah, Connor Williams' contract was only 2 years. So Connor Williams is a free agent this year. I hope Derrick Henry pull a hamstring playing with his kids so we can sign him. I mean, Derrick Henry already 30 years old. He already fits the Dallas Cowboys mold of players that we want to sign in free agency. The Dallas Cowboys signed guys that had great names or they got good names attached to them, but they got an injury history or they're older. When we got Malik Hooker, he had a great name, former first round pick, could not stay healthy. When we signed, we traded for Brandon Cooks, then they're 30 years old. Traded for Stephon Gilmore, 33-year-old corner. You know, we loved it because it's more than we usually do. But in the grand scheme of things, man, in the grand scheme of things, you know, Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr was a great name when we signed him, but he was not the same Anthony Barr when we got him. So yeah, Derrick Henry already fits what we want to do. He's a 30-year-old running back. We'll sign him. Saquon Barkley fits what the Dallas Cowboys do. Big name, running back with an injury history. Slap his name on the back of his jerseys. Make sure you get a bunch of jersey sales, and he'll probably have some production for you. And that's another thing, Popeye Peach. Derrick Henry already lives in Dallas, so it makes sense for him in his older age not to want to travel anywhere. He ain't got to uproot nothing. He ain't got to change anything about his life. He ain't got to take no planes to be at no facilities. Like he already got a crib down there in Dallas. So yeah, man, like it makes sense for Derrick Henry to sign here. Saquon Barkley, you know, he got animosity with the Giants right now. It makes sense for him to sign here too, because he gets to play the franchise that wouldn't pay him 2 times a year. And if he can stay healthy, our doctors actually do a very good job. You know, our training staff does a good job of keeping guys healthy. We've seen that with Malik Hooker and a bunch of assortment of other guys. So if he could come to Dallas, play for us, he'll get an opportunity for revenge, get some decent money, and compete for a championship. So he get to kill multiple birds with one stone. I don't know what his market is, but I know for sure he ain't taking no $2 million. But listen, signing Derrick Henry to a multi-year deal for like $25 million, you know what I'm saying? A $25 million deal for Derrick Henry wouldn't be bad. Give the man's like $7-8 million a year and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Just give the man $7-8 million a year and call it a day. Just make sure that you guarantee most of it. But it's not really hard to satisfy a aging running back in terms of money, in terms of getting a contract done. Sign him for a 2 or 3 year deal, guarantee most of the money, incentivize a little bit more, and call it a day. You don't have to make this, a crazy ass process. I mean, it should happen with the Dallas Cowboys though, and that's the problem, Goose. The Dallas Cowboys make shit harder than it has to be. It makes it harder than it has to be. Now, I've heard that Derrick Henry is open to coming to Dallas. I heard that Derrick Henry is open about staying right here in Dallas and getting a contract done and playing here because it's convenient for him. It's convenient, and you know, he gets to compete for a championship. So Dallas Cowboys are the one that makes it to where people don't want to sign here. The Dallas Cowboys are the one that makes things harder than they have to be when it comes to getting free agents and comes to getting contracts done. Because let me ask you a question. If a girl you like walked up to you right now and told you if you invite her to the crib, she gonna get you some pussy. Like she gonna let you get it. She gonna let you get it. Would you then turn around and tell her I'm gonna think about it? Like you've been wanting her for I don't know how long. She wants to give it to you. Would you then turn around and like tell her you're gonna take a rain check? You're gonna see about messing with this other girl first, or would you just go ahead and get it done? You just gonna go ahead and invite her over? Like Dallas Cowboys are the type of organization that can mess up a wet dream. What I'm trying to say, they can mess up a wet dream because there's been too many times where there been mutual interest. They want to be Dallas Cowboys. They want you to sign them, and then they said, "Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm gonna make it hard. I'm gonna play hard to get. I'm gonna play hard to get. Yeah, you gonna take a rain check. You gonna take a rain check? Like, nah, man. Dallas Cowboys do too much." Facts ready, Red. Facts ready, Red. I don't know what's out, and that's exactly what the damn Dallas Cowboys be doing, bro. That's exactly what the Dallas Cowboys be doing. They so used to failure, they don't know when they won, bro. So, exactly. You finna get the time together on site. Finna get the on site. He said Cowboys are not paying that much for a running back. They just paid a running back $10 million for a single season. For a singular season, they paid a running back $10 million. So you mean to tell me the Dallas Cowboys are willing to pay Tony Pollard 10, but won't give Derrick Henry 7? They won't give Derrick Henry 7 after giving Tony Pollard 10? Come on now. If the Dallas Cowboys aren't willing to spend that kind of money, then they're not really trying to win, are they? They're not really trying to win. Because you need running back help. He's a running back that can help. And, they got their own, he got a decent little price. It's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money to sign Derrick Henry. Just like it's not going to be a lot of money to sign Bobby Wagner. So they know we need a running game. It just, what route would they take to get it? Man, listen. The Dallas Cowboys are dumb. They do dumb stuff all the time, bro. And it's the thing. You don't have to just choose one thing. You can do both. You can sign a veteran running back and pair him with a young running back like the damn Detroit Lions. And what have the Detroit Lions done that you haven't? They took their ass to a championship game. Right? Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel. If you got issues at the running back room, do what everybody else did. Matter of fact, Dallas Cowboys, you did it your damn selves. When you first got Ezekiel Elliott, you didn't just get Ezekiel Elliott by himself. You went and got Alfred Morris as well, who was a former Pro Bowl running back, and paired him with Ezekiel Elliott. Right? So Dallas Cowboys, you know it worked because you did it. You just did it in a verse. You went high draft pick running back and low market value running back veteran, just like the Lions did. So Dallas Cowboys, you mean to tell me that you can't spend a 3rd round pick on a running back and also sign a Derrick Henry or a Saquon Barkley to come in and help you? That's what all the other teams did to fix their running games. That's what you yourself did in 2016 to fix your running game. You know it worked. You got your return on investment for Ezekiel Elliott. You got your return on investment for Alfred Morris. So what are we talking about, Dallas Cowboys? You already seen the light. You was in the light, and now you're in the dark. You acting stupid. You acting blind, deaf, and stupid at this point. Fix your running game, man. You don't have to go cheap at a position that's already cheap, stupid. That's the point, bro. That's the point. Said Detroit has an all-pro center. Yeah, they do. They got a very good line. They have one of the best offensive lines in the National Football League. But the Dallas Cowboys also have an all-pro guard, another all-pro guard, an all-pro tackle. And when Terrence Steele is healthy, he's a top 5 run blocking tackle. So the Dallas Cowboys themselves have an offensive line. Now the center, that's the one area that we need to improve on. I think that you can probably try to find somebody better than Tyler Biadasz. But you have the pieces in place that you should be able to run the damn football. Because I know the damn 49ers ain't got no all-pro center. They center's horrible. Really, everybody on their offensive line is horrible except for that boy. I mean, it starts with the center, but we also seen teams do it without the center. 49ers don't have a good center. 49ers center is average at best. And they still able to run the football at will. There's plenty of teams that got below average centers and are still able to run the football. Right? There's plenty of teams that don't have all-pro centers and they still run the football well. KC has a good center. You name 2. Says Stephen Jones wants to negotiate at Dollar Tree store, and that's too damn bad. That's not really the issue. The running backs are already at the damn dollar store. The running backs are already at the damn dollar store. Stephen Jones' issue is he wants to go behind the dollar store, dive into the damn garbage can, and shop for running backs there. He wants to shop for the running back behind the dollar store. And that's not really what we need right now. It's not really what we need right now. Yes, I did know that he's still a Dallas Cowboys fan. He grew up, really, he was born not too far away from where I live at. Because I live in Texarkana. He was born in Tyler. That's just a little hop up the highway down the road. So yeah, he a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. It said, yeah, but those teams has the coaching staff unlike Dallas. I ain't gonna go that far. Cause I will say this. We need help running the football. We need better personnel to run the football. We need better running backs. We need a better running scheme. Right? Because a lot of the stuff that we had issues with was schematical. It was schematical. You asked Tony Pollard to do a lot of things that he was not accustomed to do right off an injury. Rico Dowd dealt with an injury. Rico Dowd dealt with an injury for a long ass time. Said 3 out of the top 5 running games has a center. What about the top 10? Do only 3 of the top 10 have a good center? Let's see. Should we talking about it? Let's see. Because goddamn well the Dallas Cowboys won't be top 5. Regardless of what the hell we do, the Dallas Cowboys are going to be top 5 running on West Coast offense. But let's see what the other guys at the top 10 got. So let's pull it up real quick so we're on this talking point. It said, I'm in Dallas. We can get it done ASAP. Yo, what's good, G Wood? They were tapping in and showing love to the channel, man. And hey, everybody that ain't hit the like button just yet, man, make sure y'all hit the like button for your boy, man. I got 85 people watching, so I need at least 85 likes on the video, man. Make sure y'all show some love to the content. Make sure y'all hit the share button. But we in the liquor store, man. We cooking. We cooking here, man. Said, you live in Texarkana. I'm from Shreveport, DC for life. Let's go. Man, we go to Shreveport all the time. Yeah, we go to Shreveport all the time, man. We don't got gambling up here, so we stay at the casino. All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so these are the top 10 teams in terms of rushing offense within the regular season. Now, I know for a fact the Lions have a good center, right? So we can cross them off. They got a great center, real good center. Buffalo Bills. Dummy Talk. What's up, Mike? They were tapping in and showing love, my brother. Dallas have always prided themselves on run game, so I think we will get it done. I hope that they do get it done, man, because you can't be a one-dimensional offense and win in the postseason. I just seen the best quarterback in the league get held to 3 points in the Super Bowl in the first half. They shut Patrick Mahomes down for a whole half. So what chance do Dak Prescott got, bro? what chance do Dak Prescott got, if that's the case? So we need some more shit going on. We need more. We need more. All right, so let's see. Ravens starting center. So who the Ravens starting center? Oh, Lindbaum. Tyler Linderbaum. All right. He made his first Pro Bowl selection this year, so shout outs to him, former first-round pick. He said our run game was awful. Our run game was non-existent, bro. Our run game was non-existent. All right, let's see the Bears. Really, the Bears shouldn't even count because we know majority of this came from the damn quarterback. We'll still look at him. I mean, listen. Says Shreveport deep. Yeah, man, I love Shreveport. Hey, shout out to Eric Dave. He said he's from Texarkana. See, I'm from El Dorado, Arkansas originally. I just been living up here in Texarkana. Hey, boo, how long have I lived up here? About 10, a little bit over 10 years. A little bit over 10 years. It don't seem like it. It seemed like it was just yesterday when I left El Dorado. But yeah, I've been up in Texarkana for a long ass time, bro. But yeah, I love it up here though, man. I love it up here. So our running backs couldn't run through the toilet paper. We need Derrick Henry. And listen, more than one thing was wrong with the Dallas Cowboys run game. It wasn't just the running backs. There was some things schematically that was wrong. There was some things schematically that was horrible. Right? Guys were missing blocks, not getting to the second level. Right? There were things that were bad. And then we also saw Tony Pollard miss the hole. Tony Pollard allowing himself to be arm tackled. You know, not hitting the hole fast enough. Missing the read, not taking the cutback angle. Like, there's a bunch of things that went wrong with the Dallas Cowboys running game this year. Running back coach. Who is the running back coach? Let's see. Jeff Blasco. All right, let me check Cuz out. Let me see what his resume is. Let me check his resume out, y'all. Okay, so he was an assistant offensive line coach in 2020. Ew. Yeah, he do too much. He the run game coordinator / running back coach. I don't like that. Yeah, I think it's about half and half, Goose. I think it's about half and half, my boy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would never disagree that having a great center doesn't help. You know, that would never be the argument. I'm just saying that it's hard to find a great center. And I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are going to invest in the position right now. So we're probably going to have to get by with average center play in the run game. Or we can at least get a center that's a better run blocker than pass blocker. We can always do that as well. We can always get a big, powerful ass center that moves people from the point of attack. Shreveport is not jumping up and down for Claiborne. Excited when we drafted him. Just couldn't stay healthy and no one to really help him develop. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. But let's talk about Wilkes, man, while we still got some time. We still got some time. Let's talk about Wilkes being the scapegoat, so to speak, over there in 49ers country. Because Steve Wilkes is out as the 49er defensive coordinator. Now, mind you, the 49ers had a top 5 defense all year. Remind you that Steve Wilkes' defense held Patrick Mahomes to 19 points in regulation. Held Patrick Mahomes to 3 points in the first half of the Super Bowl. Mind you, that Steve Wilkes was not even calling his own defense and still coordinated one of the best defensive units in the National Football League. Now, there were some ups and downs, as there should be in a 17-game season. There is no such thing as an offense that was good all 17 games of a season. There's no such thing as a defense that was good all 17 games of a season. But they out here throwing this man under the bus, right? Easy scapegoat. Because he ain't really part. He really ain't part of the organization like that. He came in, took the job, did the job, got assassinated. Did that man wrong. And yes, I want him. Yes, I want him. Because say what the hell you want to say. He had them boys prepared to play. Because a lot of the things that happened were not even his fault. He's not the one that was out there missing touchdowns. Brock Purdy missed like 3 touchdowns that would have put the game away. He couldn't hit on that one of them. He ain't the one to muff a punt, or really it wasn't a muff because it hit. You know, that he ain't the one that caused the accident on special teams. I ain't gonna call it a muff. He ain't the one that caused the accident on special teams, right? He's not the one that fumbled in their own red zone. Chris McCaffrey did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't the one that these blunders weren't really on his team. On his side of the ball, they weren't really making mistakes like that. And he lost Dre Greenlaw, who's one of the best linebackers in the National Football League. Mid-game, tore his Achilles. Mid-game, trying to run onto the field. And he still went out there and balled with the guys he had. Had the boys prepared to play for the first whistle. Had the boys prepared to play. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan's the one that's the choker. Kyle Shanahan is the one. It's Kyle. Because why did you accept the ball in overtime? Why was your offense only able to score 19 points? I mean, in theory, he could take Joe Witt's spot, or he could have a whole different job description coming to Dallas. But just at the end of the day, he's been in the league for a very long time. Let me pull up Steve Wilkes' resume, bro. Let me pull up his resume. Hold on. Pull my boy up. Here you go. Yeah, Steve Wilkes has been coaching since 1995. That man got a wheel of knowledge. Steve Wilkes has been a coach since 1995. Hold on. Starting all the way up here, Johnson C. Smith. Then he was the defensive coordinator at Savannah State, head coach at Savannah State, defensive backs coach at Illinois State, defensive back coach at Appalachian State, defensive coordinator at Eastern Tennessee. So he's been putting in work for a long ass time, man. Matter of fact, he hasn't. Hold on. Nah, that was Ron Rivera. So he was on Ron Rivera coaching staff at one point, because he was the defensive back coach for the San Diego Chargers 2009 and 2011. with the defensive coordinator for the Browns, assistant head coach for the Carolina Panthers. He was a defensive assistant and assistant head coach the year that the Panthers went to the Super Bowl. So yeah, he got a great resume, bro. What's up with you, Rico Jones? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. Salute to you. So yeah, I definitely would want him in here, man. Because it makes too much sense to have a coach with that much pedigree and that much history who just coordinated a top 5 defense, right? 49 were a top 5 defense. Yeah, it makes too much sense to sign him. Cause man, he definitely should not have been fired from the 49ers. He definitely should not have been fired from the 49ers. That make no sense, man. It makes no sense. As a matter of fact, let me show y'all something. Let's go even further. Let me share the screen on this. T. Foster, my boy, what's up? All right, let me share the screen on this one. These are the 5 best scoring defenses in the National Football League. The Baltimore Ravens, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, the San Francisco 49ers at 4. San Francisco 49ers at 4, y'all. Only allowed 18.8 points a game. Only allowed 18.8 points a game, bro. And remember, they played some good teams. They played us. For real, E60, that man up there put on a scuba suit to dive to that dumpster. That man put on a scuba suit to dive to that damn dumpster, man. You know that man hella cheap. You know that man hella cheap. So yeah, so let's see. So number 4 in scoring defense. All right, so his defense was better than the Dallas Cowboys in stopping people from scoring. We know the Dallas Cowboys allowed almost 29 points per game against teams with winning records, right? So that's a upgrade right there in of itself. Will I Am, my boy, what's good with you? They were tapping in and showing love. All right, so let's take a look. Rushing defense. We say we want to stop the run, right? We say we want to stop the run, right? All right, 49ers. Rushing defense, they were 3rd. Desmond Ironman, what's up with you, man? They were tapping in and showing love. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. So 49ers were 3rd in the National Football League. Only allowed 1,525 yards rushing in a 17-game season. 17-game season. Only allowed 4.1 carries, 4.1 yards a carry. So they were 4th in scoring defense. They were 3rd in rushing defense. What about passing? What about passing yardage? All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They were 14th in passing defense. But one thing I do want to throw out there to y'all. They led the league in interceptions too, though. So they were 14 in passing defense in terms of yards, but they were number 1 in interceptions. So you mean to tell me his defense was number 1 in interceptions, number 3 in stopping the run, number 4 in stopping people from scoring on him, and he got fired? You don't hurry up and bring that man to Dallas. You know, Carolina, he was there in Carolina for a long ass time though, bro. Carolina, he was there for years. So you got to remember, he was the assistant coach with them back in he was the assistant head coach in 2015. So he went 2015, 16, and 17. You know, in a row with the Carolinas. He was there for 3 years. Took a head coaching job in 2018, and then in 2022, he was pretty much just a stopgap coach. He knew that they wanted different people in the building, so he was just a stopgap coach there. Shouldn't have been, right? They ended up firing the coach that they replaced him with. They should have kept Steve Wilkes, but that's bad. That's bad ownership. Just like this is a bad decision. Like both of these have been bad decisions, though. You know what I mean? It's been a bad decision to let him lead Carolina. It was a bad decision for them to cut him after orchestrating a defense that played at that level. Yeah. And again, he doesn't have to have a formal. He doesn't have to have a formal position with the Dallas Cowboys. He could be assistant head coach, assistant defensive coordinator, pass game coordinator, run game coordinator on the defensive side. It doesn't really matter. Just get him and his football mind in the building. Learn what you can learn from him and see if you can help your players. Right? Because the way that you build a coaching staff, man, is like building a college. Right? You don't necessarily even have a class ready for the professor. They'll find something to teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're building a college, wouldn't you want Albert Einstein on staff, even if you got Galileo? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you got one fire-ass professor doesn't mean you can't have another fire-ass professor. You know what I mean? You can have all the scholars at the college. Same thing with the coaching staff. You can have all the fire-ass coaches. Because really what all the coaches are trying to do are teach the players, trying to improve the players, trying to help them learn football, trying to implement things to make them more successful on the football field. So all the bright football minds you can assemble, put them together and put them on that team. So I am 100,000% in agreement that the Dallas Cowboys should reach out and try to hire Wilkes, man, because Wilkes has a damn good resume. Ain't no way you top 10 and damn near everything and lose your job, bro. No way. That should not happen. No way that should happen, bro. Said Wilkes can help take some pressure off Zimmer on getting this defense. I agree. My boy said 80 likes and 97 people. Great job, guys. Keep pushing that like button. I agree. I said the Cards set up Wilkes to fail. Cardinals are a horrible team. Taking a job in general with the Cardinals is failure. I'm sure Gannon ass will be out the way pretty soon too. Miss Patrice, what's up with you? Numbhead Neil, what's up with you? My boy said, what up, Henny? Slap the piss out of 61 Eagles fans before checking in. Thank you for tapping in and rocking with us, man. Said San Francisco content creators talking about they should have hired somebody other than Wilkes. They goofy too. Them boys goofy. And I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible. Like, fuck them niggas. Talk about they shouldn't have hired Wilkes. But you know what? The 49ers fans are a bit delusional. Because despite the fact that they've been to all these Super Bowls, they've lost all of them. They've been to all these championship games, all these Super Bowls, and they still somehow managed to have a longer championship drought than the Dallas Cowboys. Like they have a longer championship drought than the Dallas Cowboys, despite the fact that they've been to all these Super Bowls and been to all these championship games. So they just going the long way and ended up losers. Because listen, nobody gives a fuck about the last loser of the season. The only team that was successful this season was the Kansas City Chiefs. Only team that was successful this season was the Kansas City Chiefs. They're like the only team that's successful the year before that was the Kansas City Chiefs. They're like the year before that, the only team that was successful was the Los Angeles Rams. I don't do participation trophies, my good people. I don't believe in that shit. And you shouldn't either. So don't let them, at least we went out there and we got embarrassed in front of everybody on national television. At least we got our heart broken in grand fashion in front of my mama and them. Like my mama saw me cry, but it's okay. My daddy threw up a little bit, but it's all right. Like, nah, man, shut the fuck up. Dude's goofy. Super goofy. They starting to sound like Eagles fans, man. You remember when Eagles fans used to, they used to celebrate hanging NFC Championship banners and shit, or going to NFC Championship games? They got the same kind of energy as the Eagles. Same kind of energy. And listen, man, like I could tell that Patrick Mahomes is a Dallas Cowboys fan. That he be out there working all the ops. He be catching all the bodies for us, man. Went up against the Eagles and caught that body. Went up against the 49ers and caught that body, man. Patrick Mahomes is the real deal op stopper. So salute to Patrick Mahomes. All he does for Dallas Cowboys Nation. We appreciate you, Patty. We appreciate you. And then what's even weirder, we got the weird ass Dallas Cowboys fans be talking like, man, we don't deserve to talk. Man, shut your bitch ass up. We deserve to talk shit just like they be talking shit. If you think the Dallas Cowboys don't have room to up here talk crazy to a fan base that been talking crazy to you's a bitch. Just because you want to get talk bad to and disrespected and you allow that, don't speak for us, nigga. Don't speak for us. You can be on that Zen. We shouldn't say anything to them. You shut up, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Doing all that little goofy shit. You dick riding folks that hate you, nigga. Stop it. Stop it. My boy, AWAC 600. He said, what's up, Henny? I fuck with your content, cuzzo. Salute. Thank you for the love, man. I appreciate you for rocking with me. Yeah, that's the weirdest, weakest energy I ever seen. You talk about the players having the dog in them, and you ain't no dog. You a pussy, but you want the players to be dogs. You up here trying to be politically correct. We shouldn't talk shit about them, man. We ain't did nothing to talk. Man, shut up. They ain't did shit either. You on they did because they went to the championship game and lost. Be running my blood pressure up. Be hearing that goofy shit. Like they ain't been talking crazy about us for I don't know how long. Shit, man, folks weird, man. Weird as hell. I can't see shit that DeQuincy saying. Did DeQuincy say something stupid as usual? I can always rely on DeQuincy to say something stupid as hell. So let me go over here to my YouTube page and see what my boy DeQuincy done said. I know DeQuincy got something stupid to say. That's my boy. But I know DeQuincy. Watch, he said something crazy. Watch. Let me see. Watch I get over here. That boy done said something stupid. I'm scrolling. Damn, somebody done shot this nigga in the head. See, DeQuincy, I knew somebody was gonna shoot you. I didn't even make it over there quick enough. Somebody done put 2 in that man's head and 2 in that man's chest. Ooh. Nah, he good. DeQuincy is gonna say stupid stuff about Dak Prescott, and you know it is. It is what it is. That's him. That is DeQuincy. That's DeQuincy. He's fine. He's fine. So listen. At the end of the day, we're all Dallas Cowboys fans. Even the people that got weird tendencies. Like I'm gonna let DeQuincy make it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let him make it. He said, Henny, he was saying Dak is a walking participation trophy. DeQuincy says stupid shit like that all the time, bro. Like DeQuincy, something's wrong with DeQuincy. So, you don't take DeQuincy seriously. DeQuincy don't know no better. DeQuincy don't know no better, man. He a little off in the head. So y'all just pray for DeQuincy. You just pray for DeQuincy, man. Just pray for him. You know DeQuincy don't know no better. But yeah, man, my hours is just about up though. Really, it is up. I've been on here. Yeah, I've been on here for an hour 10. So thank y'all for everything, man. You know I'm gonna spin the block. You know, at 6 something tonight, about 6:15, I'll be back live. It's the Quincy a Dallas Cowboys fan. Somehow. I never understood being a fan of a team and hating the quarterback. But you know, I still rock with the Quincy. He still is entitled to his opinion. I think it's wrong as hell, but he's still entitled to his opinion. But thank y'all for everything, man. I'll be back live with another show about 6:15, 6:20. I appreciate everybody for the support, everybody for the love, everybody for rocking out with me, spending this lunch hour. Y'all make sure y'all go and put Liquor Store Raid. You know that my boy Law Nation just went live. So I need the liquor store to flood his chat box. Let them know Liquor Store Raid is in effect. Let them know. And hey, on the way out, hit that share button, hit the like button, hit that super chat, hit that Cash App, hit that Eagles fan, hit that Commanders fan, and we out this mug, man. But yeah, y'all go raid Law Nation chat box for me, man. Y'all go raid Law Nation.